Hello, I'm Family Player, and welcome to Chapter 4 of my Justice and Pride LTC. Today, it's Chapter 4, and it's actually, despite what it says in the top right about routing the enemy, is actually a defeat boss map. For this reason, it's yet again a map where we're simply going to see Donovan charge ahead. Also, due to this means we will not be getting one of the villages. Not that it's particularly useful. Anyway, to cover this beginning portion of the chapter, as you can see, it is a lot of just setup in order to kill several enemies and get the door key, as well as to prepare most of our army for heading through the door on Turn 2. This chapter is done, in order to recruit all units, we have to go northwest immediately, as there are 2 NPCs there who will spawn on Turn 3. Or rather, technically Turn 2, but at the end of Turn 2, after the enemy phase. Here we see that Adorn is going to go ahead and get ready to talk to them, as well as that we place several units around the inn, as there are several enemies we want to weaken so that when they spawn during the NPC phase, they will kill them for us. While this means the NPCs will be taking the experience points away from us, this isn't a huge issue, as we kind of just need to press forward as much as possible, and we need these enemies out of the way. Worst comes to worst, and they somehow do not kill them. As you can see, we have several units that could easily take care of them. Here we see our 2 new units, an Armor Knight, Roderick, as well as an Archer, Derek. I couldn't remember his name, so I waited for it to appear. Both of them are not going to be particularly important in this playthrough, but it is important to note that because of their placement here on Turn 3, and the fact that there's another recruitable unit, Nathaniel, on the middle of the map, the Myrmidon you may see on the right of the screen, this means that we have to deal with the fact that Adorn is quite a ways away, and if we want to get this in the lowest amount of turns possible, aka 4 turns, we are going to need Adorn to get over there in time. The easiest way to do this, of course, is through rescue dropping, which you can see we're starting to do now. There was a small cut because of me just counting some squirrels, and I didn't think it was too interesting to watch. As you can see, we use Melinda as well as Jake to drop off Adorn over in front of the village. That tile is actually quite important, as well as Donovan's placement before, as it allows her to only be attacked by the Cavalier. It's also important to note that neither Nathaniel nor his soldier friend, who is to the right and above him, will attack. Which is important because otherwise this strategy would not be possible. Here we can see that much of the kills will of course go to our resident level EXP thieves, per se. As we can see that we use our new knight friend to weaken the soldier so that Kara can steal a kill, as well as that we're going to have our archer friend to come along and weaken this axeman so that Adorn, after talking to Nathaniel, can take that kill. That soldier turns green, and that's not really important, but it is an odd part of Nathaniel's recruitment, is that he has that soldier friend and he will turn green and not attack you, and will leave the map after this point. Here we get an armor slayer from the village, and since the boss is a knight, After changing the RNG to guarantee all hits, we let Donovan take the kill as per usual. And that will conclude this map in 4 turns. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when we do our force required Gaiden due to full survival for X. See you then.